What is going on, folks? You're here chilling with the real Satoshi Aoki, back at you for a Gala Games update video. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through what I believe are the main points to be aware of for the governance proposal for the founders nodes, envisioning a more decentralized future v3. So this article is a 7-minute read. I'll leave it at the top of the description of this video if you want to have a read through. It is from August 17th. It's the 24th of August where I am now at the moment, and this actual proposal has just gone live. So if you do own at least one founders node, you should be able to take part in this vote. Let's dive in. Now, one thing I do want to quickly mention is that I absolutely love the fact that Gala Games, Gala as a whole, has really been honing in and listening to community feedback, not just when it comes to the nodes and the node voting and the proposals, but on the broader scale, particularly with their weekly episode of Ahead of the Game, among other things too. Let's first take a look at a few of the modifications to the previous discussion draft. I think this is actually really great. So abstain. In response to community feedback, an abstain option has been included in the voting process. This allows members to actively participate in the decision-making process without having to choose between the main options, acknowledging the complexity of the proposal and respecting individual preferences. The 5-node exemption to encourage more equitable participation. The logarithmic function for bonus point assignment now begins after the operation of 5 nodes. This change ensures that smaller operators are not disadvantaged, fostering a more inclusive ecosystem that supports decentralization goals of the network. Now, this one I really like. The logarithmic value has been revised to 7.7 instead of the previously suggested 6.5, the Dr. Wookie variable. This adjustment further aligns with the broader incentivization structure and reduces the disparity between the lower tiers of node operators. Definitely good for me, considering I just hold the one node. Now, this one in particular, I really do like. Adjustment of the free mint allowance, and this one kind of just really hits home in showing that they are really considering these smaller node operators and what they may be going through. Also, even the node operators that have maybe more than a few nodes too. A new provision has been added to the proposal, modifying the previous free mint allowance to 20% from 5%. This allows operators to remove a portion of their Gala without point deductions, enabling them to fund server costs or make necessary purchases. I've got to be honest, I think 5% probably was a little bit harsh, meaning that if you took 5% or more, I believe, of Gala out, then you would essentially be penalized. I think 20% is actually pretty fair. Something to note here though, this is based on the daily allowance and it cannot be stacked, so that it encourages people to actively get on this day by day. And look, I'm not sure how I feel about that particular option, but I think the fact that you can withdraw up to 20 on the daily is pretty reasonable. Rightio, so what's actually the essence of the proposal? This governance proposal presents an innovative bonus point structure based on the concept of node-based cumulative lifetime points. Cumulative lifetime points accrue daily, directly correlating with your active participation in our community. Now, an example of active participation could be simply running your node every single day. Now, down here are the different point values you can earn depending on how many nodes you own. I actually have a friend who actually operates 5 nodes. They'll be getting their juicy 5 points, whereas I'll just be getting my mere 1. But that's okay. Glad to be in at all. Now, let's look at a clear example of what this means if you have one founders node as an example. For day 1, you've got 1 base point and 1 bonus point. That equals 2 points total. For day 2, you got 1 base point and 1 plus 1 bonus point, 3 points total, and so forth on day 3, 1 base point and 1 plus 1 base point, which is 4 points total. So pretty simple, right? And just to give the first example, if you have 10 founders nodes, man, if you got 10 founders nodes, you are doing really, really well. Good on you. I'm happy for you out there. 10 base points and 7.7 bonus points equaling 17.7 points total. Make sense? Cumulative lifetime points will be added to the distro, daily rewarding consistent node operators over time. However, these bonus points will be deducted when users mint their Gala at a rate which aligns roughly with the rate of halving using the following schedule. Here we've got the different tranches. Tranche 1, you've got 1 point per 1,000 Gala minted to Gala chain, all the way up to tranche 5, 1 point per 62.5 Gala minted to Gala chain. This is great because it means that you can't just simply come in, grab a node, and then start to accrue a whole heap of bonus points if you just started. If it does get passed, the distro will be implemented for 12 months from the date it is put into effect. A new discussion will start after 9 months to evaluate the system's effectiveness and decide whether it should continue to be adjusted. Now make sure folks that you do let me know in the comments section of this video whether you own a node or not still kind of matters to you, because honestly the way that these founders node proposals do affect what happens to Gala. It may impact the price of Gala, so votes do matter, and it kind of does feel like a pretty fair democracy, or at least as fair as it can be in the world of cryptocurrency in what is a really cool developing Gala ecosystem. Are you for option 1? Yes, the distribution should be modified, allowing for greater decentralization through economic incentives. I think they kind of want you to pick that one. Or option 2, no, the distro should stay the same. Or do you abstain? For me personally, what's my opinion? I'm option 1. I think yes. I'm someone who is a loyal member of the Gala games ecosystem, and I got a node really early on. So I love the idea that I can be rewarded for being loyal on a daily basis and contributing to this ecosystem, and that's just where I'm at, guys. I am a holder of Gala long term, so that option 1 really does suit me, and I will be voting for option 1. But you know, maybe some people are voting for option 2 as well. That's totally fair. I can understand that maybe people that want to take a bit more profits of their Gala, maybe more geared or direction towards option 2. You know, people that want to take their profits on the daily, don't want to be affected, don't want to be penalized. You know, there is kind of an element of maybe the decentralization to that, maybe they feel. But again, guys, this is kind of down to the node owners at the end of the day. The proposal is here. The proposal gets constructed not just by 1, not just by 2, not by 3, but a whole bunch of people coming together, sharing ideas about how to move forward in the best way possible, and then it gets put to the node owners, guys. So in my opinion, you know, that's a fair democracy, and let's see what happens. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe for more raw, organic Gala content. Turn the notification bell on, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.